Alright, so if you're just tuning in, it's our ladies' night out and we're discussing the issues around open grazing and hopefully trying to find a lasting solution. Now, please let us hear what you have to say. Remember, you can join this conversation. Tweet at us at WaveShowAfrica1 with the hashtag WaveShow or send us an SMS or WhatsApp to 081-803-84663. Our phone line is open now, and please, when you call in, turn off the volume of your television set. Keep your conversation short, within a minute, so we can have more people join the conversation. Thank you so much. So we look forward to hearing from you, our audience, because it's very important that we hear what you have to say. All right, so before we went on a break, right, we're just talking around the issues. Now, so I like the fact what you're trying to bring out, but for me, I'm saying that do not be shocked. You know, this government, I mean, you don't, like what they always say, that you cannot give what you do not have.
Exactly.
So time and time again, these people have proven that they are not, there are certain kinds of things you shouldn't
expect from them.
Thank you. The word I'm looking for is that we raise the standards too high.
Yes.
So we should bring it to their level, right? So when certain things happen these days, I am not shocked, I'm not surprised. Because honestly speaking, I would have been shocked if they did right. So that's how I see the present government. So nothing gets me worked up. So my point is, how do we make this open grazing effective? Some are saying that, some quarters are saying that there was a Ruga plan that the government had before, where they wanted to create not just the ranches, they will now also build like this mini community schools.
That was in 2018.
Yes. You know, but they shut that down because also these southern governors are saying that we do not want you to come and start cohabiting in our land. See this as a business. So if this were a business, right, and you owned cattle, how would you approach setting up your ranch?
That's a tough one, but let me take it from a layman's point of view, basically.
Okay, sorry, just hold on. Let me take Sophia from Abuja. Sophia, thank you for joining us. Let's hear what you have to say.
I didn't hear what they're saying, really. I want to hear more.
You want to hear which one?
What they're saying more.
Which of the people? The government?
Yes. No, the people that are discussing in the TV.
Oh, you cannot hear us?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
I want to know the topic.
Okay, so we are talking about open grazing in Nigeria.
Oh.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Yeah, go ahead. So I said, how would you approach?
I just love Nigerians.
Yes. She wants to hear it. So they put the topic for you to see very well, Sophie. We're analyzing the issues surrounding open grazing in Nigeria.
Oh
yeah,
my
so you're
God.
saying.
So if I had a business and I want to have a ranch, basically, first things first, I will buy a large expanse of land. That's the first thing I will do. Then I will make my land fallible for the to rear goats and sheep and the likes of them and the cattle. And in the process, there is also a way. I know back then when we were taught agriculture, there is a way you use the dung from the cattle to fertilize the soil. So if you're able to do this, you are able to have good grass, beautiful green grass where they can actually feed on. Aside from that, you can also buy hay, which is dry grass, which they can also feed on, and also employ people that
I was even coming to that. So
the work.
Our farmland currently, we have different kinds of crops that we grow. So when we got there, it was just forest.
Yeah.
We started clearing the lands. So we said, okay, we'll need some staff to work. So we built small hostels. We started with wooden hostel. We didn't have money then to build like a proper structure. We did a wooden structure, temporal structure, and we put bunk beds for them to be able to sleep. Then we had about like 8 or 10 workers there. They would need water, right? We sunk a borehole. They would need, do you understand?
Exactly.
But the land, we bought the land. So it's the same thing if I wanted to rear animals. It's a business.
It's a business.
So I don't know why the government seems to be sentimental when it comes to cattle rearing. Cattle rearing is a business because when these people are done rearing those cattle, they take the cattle and they go to sell it to make money.
Exactly.
You understand? So why would you not treat it as a business? But let me take Chinedu, then I'll come back to you. Chinedu from Warri, are you there? Thank you for calling. Let's hear what you have to say. your volume.
Thank you very much. The truth is, open grazing itself is cattle rearing, is a private business.
Absolutely.
So if you want to get involved in cattle business, you should also be ready to acquire the land you need to do that business.
Exactly.
There's nothing like open grazing, there's nothing like open market, there's nothing like open anything. There's no free food, even in Freetown. So when people begin to talk of open grazing and something, see where your right stops, another person's right starts. So I don't think this should be something that should be debated on. Nobody should be championing something that you know. With open grazing, how do you even tax the people? How do you even look at the cows? They are looking unhealthy. How do you even make use of the dungs they produce? And they're trying to make people understand that they can be more useful by ranching and making this look like business. They're making it look like it's something you go to the cow. Do you know how much a cow costs?
Yes.
It can even give you more money than even the oil if it is well utilized.
Absolutely.
So they're trying to make people look sensible. They're making it look like that we are still in Precambrian era. Please, people should apply wisdom, please. So that's what I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you, Chinedu. I mean, he's just put it strongly. You know, I didn't even think about the value chain. The cow will eat grass, produce manure, so you can use that to grow. You know, so
but I just
yeah,
said
but
it.
you said but you
I
mentioned it. It's a circle, right? So I was even saying that for me. By the time you've done that, you sink your borehole, you do everything, you have created a business. Totally. I think the conversation should be, how can we convert these bushes, all this Ambisa forest, all those bushes along Lagos Ibadan Expressway that kidnappers are using as kidnappers. And I remember when we moved to our farmland, there was one house, you know, this kind of in the middle of a forest. You can, like, there was something just spooky about that house. You could tell that that house was not meant for good. And because, of course, we were lights going there, the man had to run away. He's not there anymore. Do you understand? Because what would you be locating a house in the middle of the bush? Even this insecurity and this kidnapping and all of that, it will because we have plenty of them. Imagine if you start to clear all these bushes that we have. You understand? The worst you can do, you can say, you know what, I will lease the land to you. You'll be paying. You give a moratorium in installment. But let me take Richard. Then, sorry, okay. I'll come to you.
No problem.
Richard, are you there? Thank you for calling.
Yeah, good evening, my sister.
Thank you, Richard.
Yeah, as regards to the topic being discussed this evening, I don't know why when you hear news of people being killed or kidnapped or something like that, all of a sudden the presidency goes silent. But when you talk about anything that has to do with cow or cow business, you see them coming out and placing with all their law cylinders. Just to tell you that there's a hidden agenda. So since they don't want to talk about the hidden agenda, they allow people like myself to keep talking about that hidden agenda that they have. It's so sad that animal business is our national thing. It's so sad. So sad. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much, Richard. And this is what we always say with our government.
Absolutely.
So let me hear you.
Another thing is, basically, I'm also going to look at it from the perspective that if we decide to say, okay, we're not going to go the route of cattle ranching, basically, and we decide to do the open grazing, and we say, okay, we let them come over and do that, how will the government make it effective? Our problem is not about giving the orders. Is about what? Implementation. How will the government or the southern government also implement this also, stating that we don't want them to come this way at all?
They've been arresting them.
They've been arresting them. Oh, that's fine.
Because I remember, I think, was it Ekiti State there?
Aside from Sunday Igboho, though.
No, they've been arresting them. Yeah.
Okay.
I remember some state governments.
So I'm just looking at it from the two-edged sword. Yeah. Where are we going to? How are we going to actually implement this to make sure that whatever is going to happen will not happen? And another thing.
Well, let me take a call quickly. Okay. Simon from Kaduna, are you there? Thank you for calling.
I should hold.
Yeah.
I hope you don't forget it.
Wow.
Thank you.
Good evening.
Simon, I can't hear you clearly.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now, yes.
Yeah, we are not. How can government if there is anyone left called government, prioritize cow over his people. We are not just idiots. I wonder how we got this thing. And the painful thing is the so-called elder statesmen, they are quiet. Nigeria is leading seriously.
Thank you.
I wonder what the so-called upcoming generation will look up to. It's so painful and annoying. Sometimes I feel like, I don't know, it's just a waste of time.
Thank you, Simon.
Nigeria.
Thank you, Simon.
So, looking at it from the point of...
Do you think,
as
but
I
do you
was
think,
saying-
with what Simon is saying, do you think with the government, it seems like they're really prioritizing cows over human beings? Do you think so?
That's a tough one to say, that they're prioritizing humans over cows, but
Prioritizing
cows over humans. But the language we have seen in the past. I mean, the children were kidnapped from school. Our president went to check his cattle ranch, you know, check the cattle in his ranch. So it's like nothing seems to make any sense anymore. Like you said, you know, they shock you. So for me, basically, I was going to say, before we had a call from the last caller, I was going to talk about the identity and how to clamp down on individuals who have actually, who are the herdsmen, basically.
Okay. So just hold on to that.
Again.
Yeah. Isoke has called in from Abuja. Hi, Isoke. Isoke, how are you?
Hello.
It's okay. Thank you for calling.
Hello. Hello.
We can hear you. Go ahead.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, we can.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you. Oh, we lost him. Yeah.
I think another call is coming.
I didn't know
in,
Isoke was
a man's name.
I was expecting a
lady's voice as
Go ahead.
well. Okay, I thought another call was coming
No, go ahead.
in. Okay, so I was going to talk about it from the context of, you know, having to pick, if we had to bring, allow open grazing, how do we also manage it or make it effective? Basically, I was also thinking that we could actually go after the individuals, which is what is currently going on, identify those who are actually the herdsmen, put them aside. We separate the goats from the sheep, put them aside. Those who are militias, the ones that are actually causing the mayhem, causing the commotion in the country, we actually do, you know, we hold them accountable.
Separate them.
Yes, we hold them accountable to the law or treat them as criminals as they deserve, basically.
Do we even have the mechanism to be able to do that? That's the question.
Someone also called and said that we have it, Osaiwame, we have it, but are we using it? That's the key thing here.
Okay.
I mean, when the Boko Haram, they broke into the military base in Kaduna or somewhere in the north, they actually came out with some ammunition and armory during that period. And they actually, you know, put it online and said they're newly acquired armory. I mean, we have it, but we are not using it.
All right, so Uwa, imagine moving cattle from place to place in nomadic manners, like the herdsmen do to feed the cattle. The weight gain in whatever these cows have eaten would be lost in energy and weight loss by calorie burn. It defies logic. The solution is cattle ranching. It is the future and poses job opportunities for the value chain.
Absolutely.
If these northern governors cannot understand this, it's a tragedy. Even Saudi Arabia, from where they like to copy everything from, uses cattle ranches with more efficient breeds of cattle that produce more meat, milk. That's from Ufoma. And I totally agree with you, Ufoma. We have Sam from Abuja. Sam, are you there? Thank you for calling. Sam, are you there? Yeah, let's hear what you have to say.
I can't hear you.
Oh, sugar, why can't they hear me?
Why can't they hear us?
Can you hear me now?
If you are hearing me, what I'm trying to say, if you are hearing me clearly, what I'm trying to say is, why are we talking about this animal husbandry? When we need to talk, they've been talking about this issue for the past 6 years. Since how many years have we been talking about this issue? Animal this, animal this, animal that. Why? Why are we talking about it? Why are we always giving them power? They don't turn out to see as if, they have all space. If you have other things to say, the southern governor did the right thing. They don't want open grazing. They need it's a personal business. Animal husbandry is a personal business, just like somebody owning a poultry farm. That is what it means. It's a poultry farm. They're supposed to do it as the southern government have agreed that they don't want open grazing. They should continue. They should stand on their way and let the people do their own business. It's a personal business. You can do it. You can do it. My sister there, Maury can do it. Every one of us can do it. You just choose to do it and have your own family. God bless you.
Thank you. So Elsie sent me a tweet by Akin Oyebode. And I think they posted ranching, It says the best part of this, the best part is that 6 of our Jersey cow are now delivering 150 liters of milk per day, compared to 50 liters from 40 indigenous cows. Tells me we will soon hit 1,000 liters per day mark. So Zeal was now saying that, as we can see, there are far more efficient ways to achieve peaceful and productive ends. 6 cows on a ranch producing the same daily volume of milk as 120 trekking cows would have. So that's to tie up to what Ufoma sent as a message, saying that the efficiency of the what's it called, the strength of the cow is even lost. When all the fat they gain and all of that, because calorie burn. So I hear some people say they like the strong meat. If it's in a ranch, the meat is too blah blah.
They should allow the meat the cow move around the ranch as often as possible.
Let me take Abdurazak. Abdurazak from Taraba. Thank you for calling. Let me take Abdurazak. Abdurazak from Taraba. Thank you for calling. Oh, shoot.
Yes, how are you, madam?
Fine.
Hello.
Go ahead. Go ahead, we can hear you.
I'm supporting what Mr. Sam said. Why always talking about this animal renting?
Okay, so I've been begging you people, when you call in, don't listen to the TV. Talk to us. Turn off the volume of your TV so we can hear you. Right? So I like so let us be very strategic in our conversation. Exactly. Now, you see, if we put these cows in a ranch, they will not only produce more milk. Absolutely. They will produce manure. They will produce so many things that will be used. The value chain, it's endless. You can't even quantify, so many things. So you cannot have a proper,
it's like a one-stop shop for beef.
Proper equipment of how, the way you see, the way they skin the animals abroad, the full machine line. You're able to do that and sell clean, proper meat that you don't have to go to all this abattoir and the processes and all of that they're doing. So I'm saying that if these people approach this as more of business, right? If they approach it more like a business, because I don't think the government is seeing it as a business. That is where the biggest problem is. That's why they are trying to make it look like
that's why
southern governors are being political.
That's why I said they are politicking.
Let me take Charles from Port Harcourt.
Everything has been politicized.
Yeah. Charles, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Good evening.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Please, there's a question you asked your colleague there, whether if he thinks as if the federal government prioritize cattle more than human being or so.
Yes.
I want to say seriously that they do, because if you look at what is happening in Benue State, a lot of people have lost their life there. The governor has been shouting every time, and there's no action from federal government, no reaction. But anytime you say anything contrary against cattle business, you see Lai Mohammed coming out, you see Garba Shehu coming out, you see Femi Adesina coming out. My dear, it pains me so hard that every day, all we discuss on national dailies Our newspaper is cow. While other countries are busy making progress. My dear, it's so disheartening. Thank you, guys. Well done.
Thank you, Charles. Thank you so much. You see, I don't think I like the I don't want us to sound like, you know, a broken record, or I don't want to sound like I'm trying to throw blames, but in all honesty, with the current things, we only feed off what you
give off.
What to give, yeah.
Yes.
So with the current feed that I am getting, right, it seems like the president, you know, when I was growing up, actually, I hear that the Fulani man, his cow, you can touch him, but don't touch his cow. If you touch his cow, it is life for life. That's how they see it. And we've seen this happen countless times. Remember, it started in the East where they were complaining they would now go for a reprisal attack because they killed maybe a cow and all of that. So these are the things that can be completely eradicated, right? If every government says, you know what, there are available farmlands, come, we'll give you a payment plan. When we were acquiring our land for farming, we didn't pay all at once. We had a payment structure that we organized with the owners of the land. We don't have the money, but we want to buy the farmland. So how can we structure this payment? So it's the same thing. With cows, do you know that they even make much more money than other grain crop? Because one cow can solve your problem for a very long time.
And another thing,
do you understand? So imagine, so let me land the point. So imagine if the government says, okay, there are excess lands everywhere. So we will pick the location. It will curb insecurity. It will curb so many things. Totally. And they will not create a proper ranching system. So all you need to do is to come plug and play. You select where you want to play. Do you want to play in the west, in the east, or in the north? You understand?
I think I think Obasanjo already has a ranch which is running. The cows are not moving from point A to point B. They are not destroying people's farms. They are being fed in the ranch. So that the ranch can actually be done in Nigeria without any hassle.
Absolutely.
And I was going to...
Let me just quickly take... Samuel, are you there? Because we ran out of time. Whenever we open the phone lines, it's like that. Samuel, are you there? Quickly, let's hear what you have to say. Did we lose him? Samuel? Okay, quickly.
I've lost my
thought. Okay, quickly take your comments. So we just quickly tie up our message and we move on. That's from Raphael.
Okay. This is from Raphael, and he says, open grazing seems to be a lucrative way of business for the nomads for lack of knowledge, but they need more education to understand effectiveness of ranching. Now, what I was going to say is this. Another thing is, let's take into cognizance that the fact that we have the Fulani people moving around, they might not be the key, these are not the key owners of the cattle. So we might have people who are, I don't want to use the word.
Who they are helping.
Yes, who owns the cattle and who are probably influential in the north. And they know... Who
told you it's only northerners that own cattle? That's a misconception.
See where I'm coming from. See where I'm coming from. Because all these actually started from the north. It didn't just start from the south. It started from the north. So they
we need to have more business people invest in that sector and just teach them how it's going to be done well.
Even if they teach them how to do it. Those that have invested, some people are actually gaining from what is currently going on. So if you decide to put it in a structured environment, they will say, oh no, we are not going to gain anything from this anymore.
You know why? I totally disagree. You know why I'm saying that? It's ignorance that will make them say that.
That is the point I'm making.
So it's ignorant because you see...
They are ignorant.
Do you know that if your cow is fatter...
They are looking at what they can achieve from
wait now. If your cow is fatter, chubbier, healthier, producing more milk, you make more money. So it's ignorance that is making them to think that, if they put a structure, it might not be profitable for them. You know how beef is expensive.
Do you know that probably they take the cow from the north to the south? They can actually do I don't know. The bottom line is, I just feel that there is an end game to this.
Well, we'll find out that.
Whatever the end game is, it's not just about the cattle. And it's not about the Fulani
it has become political.
It's totally political. And secondly, we now know the real problems we have in Nigeria. It's not about the north, it's not about the south, it's all about the people and our mindset and the politicking we have in Nigeria currently.
Alrighty, so I think we have managed to sustain the conversation. Thank you to
Again.
everyone that called in. Thank you to everyone that called in. So we'll keep the conversation going. Honestly speaking, I do not know why we're talking about cattle, but we have to talk about it because it's a major problem, and we have to find solutions to insecurity in Nigeria. That's why we're talking about it. All right, so Waze was birthed from the need to inform, influence, and inspire lives towards action. And of course, this year we started our CSR focus on curbing unemployment in Nigeria. So if you're a company, please partner with us. And if you're a job seeker, follow us on all our social media and keep watching Waze, and tell your friends to keep all eyes on Waze. We hope to start announcing that soon. All right, so our quote for today. The best way to control cow and sheep is to give them a big, very massive grazing field.
Absolutely.
And trust me, we have so many of those fields in Nigeria here.
Absolutely.
As in just on Lagos-Ibadan Expressway alone, it can accommodate the entire cattle that we have in the country. Absolutely. We'll see you live tomorrow at 8 p.m. as we bring another great conversation to your screen. Enjoy.